I'm about to flip the script, flip the switch, magic trick, watch this, watch this. I'm about to make you trip, make you glitch, camera click, watch this, watch this. I put it like gold, check out the view, out with the old, and in with the new. I'm in my new era, I'm better in my new era, I'm better in my new era.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to your Friday night entertainment and to the Twickenham Stoop, where round 15 of this fascinating Premiership Women's Rugby season kicks off. Two teams separated by just 3 points in the league table. Two teams for whom winning has fallen a little out of fashion out of late. Two teams with about 4 miles between them as the crow flies. Harlequins against Trailfinders as the race for fourth spot gets hotter and hotter. Well, hello, lovely to have you with us. My name's Nick Heath, and alongside me we have a Rugby World Cup winner in the form of Rachel Burford. How are you, Rachel?
I'm very well, thank you, Nick. How are you?
Yeah, I'm really good, thank you. It's been a big week in the world of women's rugby because before we get to tonight's encounter, there have been a few Six Nations squads named, some big headlines around the place. Rachel Malcolm obviously continues as Scotland leader, 9 uncapped players north of the border, 9 uncapped from Ireland as well. Erin King is going to lead their side. No Alex Callender, we know from club here at Quins, not going to be part of things for Wales, but Kate Williams is their new skipper. And then England, 7 uncapped players named in John Mitchell's squad, like to Sarah Parry, Annabelle Meta, Chris Balogun, Millie David, Demelza Short, Arla Latui, Jodie Verghese. Your thoughts?
Yeah, it's been some week, hasn't it, with news coming out left, right and centre, but it's great to showcase what the PWR is doing for these players and giving them that opportunity, the platform where they're able to showcase their skills and their talent week in, week out, and, you know, it's giving them the nod, not just for the Red Roses, those 7 uncapped players, which is super exciting. We always knew there would be some change with some retirees and a few pregnancies that have been announced, which has been beautiful news all week. But also in the other nations, we're seeing players being able to go into Wales, into Scotland and into Ireland, getting named in those squads for the first time. So, yeah, really exciting for what's coming around the corner with Six Nations.
Yeah, indeed. An England captain for us to enjoy on the field tonight. Well, looking at tonight then, the last win for Harlequins was round 9, end of January at Trailfinders by a single point. As for Trailfinders, outside of wins against Tigers, listen to this one, they haven't won since round 4 against Bristol. But it doesn't quite tell the whole story.
No, I don't think it does, because when you look at their results, they're extremely tight, and even though they're losing those games, they've come away with 2 draws that arguably they should have won those. They're a real gritty team. They stay in the fight. They don't go away. And you look at those results and they're extremely close. You know, apart from Saracen's performance last week against Gloucester Hartbury, the only team to really push the champions and lose by 1 point. So, you know, I don't think results don't always tell you the full story, but I think this will be an absolute cracker tonight.
Yeah, indeed. All right. Well, wins not in plentiful supply as yet. But, well, let's hear from the head coaches who are hoping things will change tonight. Well, Ross, thanks for joining us. Harlequins have struggled for a win recently. What's the feeling this week? How are you going after this one?
Oh, look, it's an opportunity to, you know, look, we look at it in the past, and look, momentum hasn't been with us, and we've lost some tight games. But I think, look, this is a new game, it's a new opportunity, and look, you can only control what you can control, and that is our performance and how we attack this game.
There are a few Six Nations squads coming out this week, a few new faces in there, Sarah Parry among them. A word on her and the sort of season she's been having.
Yeah, delighted for Pez. She's, in my view, like thoroughly deserves. I think she's been excellent in the PWR this season, and just for such a young player to be producing the levels of the performance she did, I think she thoroughly deserves it. And I'm really excited to see that midfield go today. Her and Claudia are a formidable partnership. They're up against some good talent as well, so it should be a really good battle.
Yeah, and talking of partnerships, you've also switched up the halfback. So what are you hoping that they can release behind them this week?
Yeah, look, I suppose Emma picked up a knock in the week, which, you know, Lucy's been. I thought she came on and was excellent at the weekend. Really sort of sped our game up. And I think Kaylee Powell is a high quality international fly half that hasn't had a lot of minutes, but. Look, I think it's let's go out there and attack it today, and I think those two will do that.
Well, if anyone's energy matches yours tonight, we're in for a good one. Ross, thanks for your time.
Thanks, Nick. Cheers.
Well, Barney, a big week, a big game, but first of all, I'd just like to find out your thoughts on Meg Jones being named as England Red Roses skipper.
No, yeah, it's class news. Obviously, she's a natural leader. She's a hell of a player. Leads massively by example. So, no, really, really happy for her. It's class news.
Yeah, it is indeed. So. This game, it's a big one, third against fifth. How are you approaching it?
Yeah, no, I think, as I said kind of last week, every game we play, with how tight that part of the table is a big game. So, yeah, obviously off the back of a pretty disappointing performance last week. So, yeah, it's a huge game this week.
Yeah, what are you focusing on after that disappointing one at Sandy Park?
Again, we've just probably looked at ourselves more from an individual point of view, but again, just playing in the right areas of the pitch. Again, we've got good weather for tonight, which is should be a good game.
Yeah, not too many changes. In the back line, Emma Uren coming into the centre. What's the thinking there?
No, just it's another set of hands. Emma's trained really well, and she was probably very unlucky to kind of miss out last week. So yeah, we just moved things around slightly.
It seemed last week you just couldn't quite get yourselves into the game. It didn't quite hang together at moments. What needs to change? What do you need to see from your side tonight?
Yeah, it's a tricky one. If you watch back the game, there was a lot of kind of we've looked back and a lot of individual errors as such in key areas of the pitch. Just allowed, we just put pressure on ourselves. So again, if we can eradicate them as much as can, again, as I say, play in the right areas, we should be in a better place.
All right, go well tonight.
Cheers, thank you.
Well, great to hear from both coaches. Selection is an interesting one tonight for both sides, neither making too many, but a couple of interesting ones. So let's look at Harlequins first of all. New halfback combination. How do you think that's going to affect things?
Yeah, well, it's the first time that we've seen those two start together in that combination. But, last weekend, Ross talked about the energy that they brought, the tempo that they brought into the game. So, Quins need a fast start tonight, and hopefully those two can deliver that for them. Yeah,
and they've got that combo of Pena and Parry as well. Sarah Parry just called into that squad. Must be brimming with confidence.
Yeah, I think they are. I think they really feed off one another. I think they've had a solid partnership throughout the tournament. They've been given that licence, and they complement each other really well. You've got real physicality with Sarah Parry, and then Claudia Pena, loves the ball in the hand, loves to find that bit of space. But they're both pretty ferocious in defence as well. So it's going to be a really exciting matchup, that centre partnership, up against the opposite ones as well.
Yeah, well, let's come on to that, because Emma Uren's been partnered alongside the mischief maker Meg Jones herself. Not a combination that we've seen before.
No, it's the first time that we've seen this combination line up together, so it'll be really interesting. They obviously know each other very well at club, but also in their GB7s times as well, and it'll be really interesting how they play that. Does Meg look to be that kind of front line runner, trying to draw in defenders, and that lateral speed that Emma Uren can give out the back to get into those wider channels where Loughborough had a lot of success against Harlequins last week. So it'll be really interesting and fascinating to see how those two combinations go.
Yeah, all right. Well, the goal of these two sides is, pretty clear in terms of what a win would do for their top four hopes. And, well, speaking of goals, we've got a few of the London Pulse netball stars down at the Stoop to watch this match tonight. And they've certainly scored a few on their way to becoming Super League champions last season. So while we make our way up to commentary, we thought we would give Quins an opportunity to let us speak to their South African dual international, Danielle Lochner, and we'll also have a chat alongside Hallie Adio with those Commonwealth Games just over 100 days to go. Yeah, delighted to be joined by Danielle Lochner and Hallie Adio. Hallie, thank you so much for joining us. I mean, Harlequins and London Pulse, two teams, fourth in their respective leagues. That's an interesting place to be. What brings you down here tonight?
Yeah, very interesting, but it's really good to be here to watch the Harlequins game. Danielle's just told us this is a big match, so it's lovely that we get to watch our first rugby match against for Harlequins, and it's a big match, so it should be really, really good.
Yeah, we're certainly hoping so. Danielle, you've played netball and rugby. That's an interesting dual career.
Yeah, I think probably the biggest thing I told Hallie was probably the contact, and we just had a really good laugh because we were saying that how netball is a non-contact sport, but it's so much more than that because you're not allowed to give anything, where with rugby you can give whatever is being given to you.
Yeah, I've almost done you a disservice there. I said you played both sports for your country, for South Africa as well. I mean, how much do you track as to what they're doing in the sport?
To be honest, I only watch when they are participating in really big tournaments. Not so much when they are playing league and stuff like that because my knees and my ankles pain throughout. Like when I'm watching at the TV, it pains. So I prefer rather not to do that.
Okay. All right, fair enough. Hallie, the Commonwealth Games then coming up in July. What can you tell us about the England Roses' chances?
I think we have a very high chance. We've got a really strong squad. We've got a lot of new players coming in. It's a new cycle, so obviously we're still trying to build connections, but I feel like the squad that we have, we've obviously gone through an international season that wasn't the best, but we know we can do better. So we're really excited to just get back into camp and show everyone what we can do.
Excellent. Do you know Glasgow well?
Yes, I do. Well, not very well, but I know Scotland. My sister went to uni in Edinburgh, so I know about
Okay, and while we're quizzing your knowledge, what about your knowledge of rugby then? How much are you going to interpret and understand tonight?
So I know a little bit. I've actually was saying I've just got into rugby. So I know there's 15s and 7s. I kind of know the rules. So I'll be telling all my teammates what I know and then act like I'm like a professional at it. But yeah, I'm really excited to watch it.
Keep Danelle close, and I'm sure she will help you through. Danelle, what position do you think Hallie should be playing?
Oh, I think definitely she'll be a second rower as well. Definitely the height thing, maybe even a back row. If you are really, really fast off the mark, back row would be a good place.
Like I know what that is, but definitely, yeah.
So 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8.
Okay.
That's essentially what
Cool. I'm ready for that.
Keep an eye on those numbers, basically. Keep an eye on those numbers. Finally, Danelle, how are Quins going to go tonight? What are you expecting from this game?
Yeah, I think this is a really good opportunity, obviously, for us to kind of almost solidify that 4th position, because if we don't, it will be really, really tough in the next match that we have coming up. But I really think it's going to be an exciting match. I think if it's anything like the previous one, we putting ourselves in for a wild ride, but I have no doubt that the Quins will be pulling this one through.
There we go. All right. Well, listen, Hallie, we wish you the very, very best of luck with London Pulse for the rest of the season and with England Netball. And Danelle, we look forward to seeing you back out there shortly. Right. We've got a game to look forward to. Well, that was just a little bit earlier, and we are being treated to a bit of a light show here at the Stoop. Don't be fooled by those empty stands on the far side. The fans are packed in down below our commentary position, and we've got good numbers for this Friday night lights encounter. And Harlequins, well, they come in off the back of the 10-point defeat to Loughborough Lightning last Friday night, and they've opted to make a few changes, as we discussed. Ross Chisholm brings Sylvia Tirani back into the starting lineup alongside Red Roses, Powell and Hanlon. It's an all-international second row, including captain Conkle, with Nicole Wythe also back to start. The main change is at halfback, with Lucy Burgess and Kaylee Powell the axis to release the back line, where fresh England call-up. Sarah Parry awaits alongside Pena. Ellie Kildunn makes a 60th club appearance. A late change on the Harlequins bench, Jessie Spurrier coming in to number 17. Well, as for Trailfinders, just 4 miles as the crow flies. Maybe they are the new London Derby, the side that now contains 2 Six Nations captains. Rachel Malcolm will take the armband in the back row, while her countrywoman Emma Wassell is handed the start after the rejig pack covers the absence of Kate Zachary. A healthy-looking sock to the eye that was taken courtesy of teammate Amy Rule last week at Sandy Park. Ponsonby, Kalunivale, Roos and Borland make it 4 world champion Black Ferns in the ranks. Burton, the trophy-lifting Red Rose. It's almost as you were in the back line, with Emma Uren stepping into the centre to start alongside the new Red Roses captain Meg Jones. And a late change on the Trailfinders bench sees Emma Taylor coming in for Shia Pinnock at 19. Well, they love a Friday night encounter in these parts, as the 2 Harlequins mascots, they've been dancing away in the light show. And we are just about ready for this encounter. 3rd against 5th then in the Premiership Women's Rugby table. And that 4th place is really where this is all going to happen. Just waiting for the entrance of the teams. Rachel Burford is alongside us. Rachel, we saw the lineup from the Trailfinders team over the course of last summer. As we see Ella Amory coming out, well, just a word on Ella, because she's earning a 50th cap for Trailfinders tonight, and she also makes it the very first Trailfinders women's player to earn a 50th cap. She will take her place on the bench and hope that that moment is going to come a little bit later on. But Ella Amory, a great representation of the journey of this side as the rest of the team come out. But yeah, just saying, Rachel, Trailfinders a side that come together with internationals from all over the place. People have talked all season, me included, about when they're going to click. Interestingly, Harlequins seem to have been a team that also have struggled to click at times.
Yeah, we have certainly seen that, and I think for even Trailfinders, we've seen moments where they really get into their flow, their rhythm, things are really working for them, but you know, that collective time together as what's really startled them in some of those games, those mental errors where it's just allowed opposition back into it. And, you know, the same for Harlequins. It's been a real tough run of games of late with it being able to pull together a win, and hopefully they can turn that into a win tonight.
Got one of the best in the business in the middle. Referee Craig Maxwell-Keys will be assisted by Verian Boscawen and Simon Park. Well, Harlequins have this position fourth in the table. They do not want to give it up, despite there being 3 points between themselves and Trailfinders. They picked Trailfinders at their place in round 9. What is the story as round 15 gets underway? Trailfinders playing in the canary yellow this evening. And it's Tanya Kalunivale
taken back
the second
in.
Carry to try and get them out of trouble. Claire Gallagher, a little bit more time with the team this week as Ellie Kildunn controls it. Came back from the Sevens series. Didn't have a whole lot of time with the side going into that encounter down in Sandy Park, where Trailfinders were squarely played off the park by a strong Exeter Chiefs side.
Not the halfback.
You may notice it's most apparent, I think, on the legs of Craig Maxwell-Keys more than anybody else, the different socks. We will come to what that's all about in just a moment. Quins on the charge. Away from Burgess. Conkle, parry, Kildunn, working nicely to find the edge here, Harlequins, and this is going to sit in for Gallagher with the knock-on. No one quite able to profit from it, but that's decent continuity from Quins.
Yeah, strong start. I think, you know, you're seeing the fruits of Kaylee Powell coming into much more of a running 10 than a kicking 10. See Harlequins just using both sides of the whip. Ellie Kildunn nudging behind it. It was well marshalled by Gallagher in the end. But we've seen Ellie Kildunn do that on a number of occasions and get through. Try and turn that defence.
Well, tomorrow, the 21st of March, is World Down Syndrome Day. All over the world, events are held to amplify the voices of people who have Down syndrome, highlighting their vital role in our communities, calling for their full participation in anything that affects our lives.
I think it was two your players.
Each year, people encouraged to take part in the Lots of Socks campaign, wearing bright mismatched socks to raise awareness for those who have Down syndrome and their families. So it's great to see so many of the players and officials marking World Down Syndrome Day tomorrow. You'll see the odd socks being worn across Premiership Women's Rugby. So we've had an early HIA.
Stable, please, first one.
Georgia Ponsonby and Alana Borland. I'm guessing two teammates have collided with each other there.
Yeah, hopefully it's just a precautionary check and they can come back in, because you just wonder how disruptive that will be to the Trailfinders side.
Two of their Black Ferns having to leave the field early. It's there for Lucy Burgess. It's a low one. Pena to take at first receiver, then she popped it up for Parry to be more of the battering ram. Wafer in the distinctive scarlet scrum cap. There now for Kaylee Powell. It was really well read by Meg Jones. Comes off the outside of the boot from Jones. It wasn't the best kick. The arm goes up in the air because you could tell that Meg Jones knew it needed to be a slightly better connection there. But that's the threat of the New England captain.
Yeah, impressive start. You could see it early on that she was coming out the line slightly early. She's obviously trying to get it in behind for a big foot race. But that threat that Meg possesses defensively, reads it so well, gets in the passing channel and can pick those off. She'll know that Kaylee Powell plays really flat to the line.
Connie Powell setting Quins on their way. It was from Conkle to Wythe, but Wythe couldn't hold it, and Abby Burton will tidy that up. Knock-on advantage. being played as Emma Taylor on for that temporary HIA. Come through Uren, and then Jones playing with that confidence of being backed once again by England head coach John Mitchell. Emma Wassell with another strong carry. Kalunivale thought about the offload with teammate, countrywoman Maya Roos on the shoulder. That's a lovely ball to find Rachel Malcolm. Wearing a number 7 on the back, so used to seeing her with the 6.
Couple of moments there. Kalunivale, number 3 for Trailfinders, put the hit on Jay Conkle, which forced the error. Another big carry from her. It was off the back of the line out, just rushes Jay's decision making and timing of the offload.
Line's yours, Quins. If you turn it over, you've played it back in.
First strike opportunity from the edge of the 22 for the visitors. Emma Taylor late into the side, and look at how vocal the Canadian is in ensuring they charge at her. Continue to do. Kalunivale is in there as well. First call to use it, Brooke Bradley will have to do so. Coming flying off the wing goes Karis Cox. Bradley again, going herself. Meg Jones having to compete with Aoife Wafer. Didn't half do badly either. Maya Roos with the drive. Here the referee saying advantage is still being played. Maya Montiel drives for the line. Michaeli too doing her best to try and stop a pack that's riddled with her Black Ferns teammates. They get ever closer. Wassell is there. Trailfinders getting closer and closer, threatening this Harlequins line. Back to the open side, back under the sticks, and Kalunivale absolutely determined. Maybe concluding her time in the PWR at the end of this month, but very happy to contribute to the cause on her way.
Yeah, well, she contributed earlier on up the field to get them the penalty, the field position. But what about this? You just had 2 changes, your hooker and your jumper, and they come in and execute right from the off. The process here was excellent. You can see Claire Gallagher just telling, keep it in, keep going forward. And then here, just the smarts from Kalunivale. I think it's Wafer there. She's jumped too early, which is exposed on the right-hand side. It's a really bright start from Trailfinders.
Niamh Gallagher, one of 2 players named this week from Trailfinders who are in Scott Beeman's Ireland squad for the Guinness Women's Six Nations, and she adds the 2 points. I mean, when you're mentioning all of those names that build to a try like that, Wassell, Malcolm, Kalunivale, I mean, you really do expect this Trailfinders side to be ruthless. Just hasn't been a hallmark of their season yet, but that is a little bit more like it. Jones showing down the short side. Wassell. Bradley fired back.
Hold, right. Yep.
Niamh Gallagher sends it down. Kildunn on the return, looking to just dot that in before it goes into touch. That's a really intelligent kick from Kildunn.
It's interesting, the 2 times that Trailfinders have kicked, they've chosen to keep it infield, kick right to Ellie Kildunn. And on that occasion, the net return, if they could pressure this line out, force an error, puts them in a great attacking position.
Wassell calls it at the tail, takes it well. Blanco off the bench through this HIA and serving it well, but there was just a forward pass.
That's a big win, isn't it, for Harlequins? You know, you put them in the corner, you put a bit of pressure on their line out. I think it's Connie Powell there at the back, just does enough, forces Rachel Malcolm. You can just hear that Rachel Malcolm suggesting that Maxwell Keys was in the way of that passing channel, which just made her hesitate and force that forward pass. This is good to see, just Harlequins coming in, obviously talking about the next 2 minutes, what's the next process, what's our next job to think about. The backs also coming in, having that conversation.
I don't think it's pre-game, so I know what you're saying about the buying, so I'll ask it to be off the buying, not early. Okay, no, that's fine.
Emma Wessel
No, I get it.
taking a bit of a bump to the conch. 72 caps for Scotland, back into the lineup over the last few weeks, now back starting.
Time's up.
Incredible campaigner.
Just wait for the buying call, okay? Not early. Thank you. Otherwise, good stability, thank you.
Craig Maxwell Keys, he's refereed in the top division on the women's side quite a few times. His first appearance in the middle this season. He's been doing a bit of TMO work for us.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Powell, Cayley, on to Parry.
Release.
Wafer. Oh, really good physicality from Wafer, went straight through Maya Roos. An Irish woman on Blackfern. And Connie Powell being helped by Wythe, but it's a really good counter drive. Montiel has to make sure that she gets out of there. Liana Michaeli Tu'u. Wythe again this time. Didn't quite make that England Six Nations squad, but is under the watchful eye of John Mitchell, possibly with a move to prop. From Pena to Kildunn. What has Ellie Kildunn got on her mind? Fancies a little kick over the top. Oh, where's this going to bounce? Ended up in the hands of Trailfinders. Ball looked after on the floor. Who's able to play it? Real competition.
On the floor. Healing up.
Kalunivali will try and help rescue them and give them a bit more certainty. Played back into the 22, so couldn't go for the direct kick to touch. Looked to keep it in field. Kaylee Powell, who was at fullback only recently. Noella Cromack in the starting lineup. She was fulfilling duties in the local Bucks University side. Now it's coming down the line. Now it's Claudia Pena with a little hitch kick and a fend. Got rid of Uren and then ran back into trouble. Oh, Wafer couldn't quite hold it. Niamh Gallagher. Quins trying to rip the ball on the turnover.
Still in.
Conkle has now looked to try and reply.
Just a strong advantage.
Kalunivali. Double low tackle. Parry got right below.
That will be a legal turnover. We go back for the knock-on.
Two really strong defensive sets there from Ealing Trailfinders, like the physicality, they're getting off the line, double hits. Brilliant shot there on Aoife Wafer. She was absolutely coming like a train onto that ball. But that's the one thing that Harlequins are going to have to be. They're going to have to be patient against Trailfinders. They've got the best defence in the league. So you've got to be able to be patient, break them down.
We'll look to get you an update on those HIAs. In fact, we're getting news through just now that both Georgia Ponsonby and Alana Borland have failed their HIAs. So that is a big, big consequential moment early in the game. And replacement hooker Chris Blanco and Emma Taylor are going to have to go the whole way. Grace White. Bradley. Gallagher. Burton showed on the outside. Quins fan out defensively. Jones happy to lay it back. Taylor threw that one a little to ground. Harlequins have got a fan base determined to point out whether that was flat at best from the stands, as Karis Cox does well to come in field, and Claire Gallagher, Canadian, and the late switch with Jones. Want to go the same way. Going to attempt the rip. Another little show and another big collision straight into Wythe. Both of these teams with complete bruisers left, right and centre, who have got no problem sticking the shoulder in. Pena hears the words ruck from the referee and says, well, I'll have a go at this while that ball's at the base. No reward that time, but Gallagher once again to the face of Wassell. It's a lot of ball in play time from Trailfinders, and now have they managed to make the defence Quins a little short, just trying to find that way of sucking in a defender and leaving space for the winger. Tirani pops out of the defensive line just to try and slow down Trailfinders. They are going wide, but they are making ground. Now they've got a penalty advantage. Jones nearly tries to get through, then it goes forwards.
You see Jones trying to get her hands free for the offload, but such good continuity from Ian Trailfinders. Just the confidence, the comfortability from them all to move the ball to the outside channels, and every carry they're making yards, they're making gain line. Defensively, Harlequins aren't opting to put many in the breakdown, so they're getting fast ball. And if you're going to have more numbers on feet, you've got to get up and try and make some dominant tackles and try and slow the ball down in the tackle.
Yep. Mike Jones looks towards the corner. Forwards might have liked the assistant to have given them a couple more metres on that.
Yeah, and they're the type of penalties that you can control, you know, being onside, rolling, getting out the way after the tackle's been made. So it just gives them easy territory.
Burton with the solid jump. Oh, it's been knocked on at the tail. Chris Blanco was just trying to come around and get onto it.
The ball is dropped, it hits players in front, accidentally offside.
Rachel Malcolm just doing the quick on-field inquest as to what went on behind her. Just never quite had it, did she?
No, and I think Rachel Malcolm just took her hand off early thinking that she had it, but just straight after that, put it in the bin. They've had a chat about it, fix it for the next opportunity.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
You can hear Connie Powell shouting, yes, Sylvia. She's liking the shape of the prop alongside her, but that is a huge shove from Trailfinders. Aoife Wafer has done a great job to get Harlequins out of trouble here, and they'll get the penalty. It's Maya Montiel who's been penalised. For as dominant as it looked from Trailfinders, they managed it from the angle that the Canadian took.
Yeah, that you can see the hits there already. But how good from Aoife Wafer to be going backwards and still manage to get a few yards going forward.
Well, the kick hasn't made touch, so chance for Niamh Gallagher, who has returned a few of those metres. Arm is out from Chris Blanco. Slips it back. Now Jones on the outside. Dummies on the inside. Can team up with her former GB7's mate in Emma Uren. Wasn't quite able to make the space work. Taylor Conkle. Former Saracen, Emma Taylor. Montiel. Keen to offer in the loose after conceding the penalty at scrum time. Gallagher to Gallagher. Claire to Neve. Meg Jones. Brought down by Tirani. That's penalty time.
One of those dummies from Meg Jones is going to come off in this game at some point. Again, it's discipline for Harlequins. We saw this last week, which just gives the opposition easy territory to get into a better attacking opportunity. Got to do better there. You've got to try and at least look like you're attempting to get out of that tackle area.
Yeah, it was Michaeli too. Did Sylvia Tirani a disservice there.
That's for you there, then, yep.
England captain Megan Jones. Been part of the leadership group with the Red Roses.
Hold out, please,
And John Mitchell backing his woman after the wonderful news of Zoe Stratford expecting her first child along with husband Luke. Just feels that Meg Jones is where her feet are at all times, not overly thinking about the past, not overly thinking about the future, living for the moment. And at the moment, she's able to watch her forwards trundling all the way into the Quins 22. Break from Blanco. Needs someone on the shoulder. Has it in the form of Taylor. Bit of a floater for Rachel Malcolm to have to deal with. Then Burton again. Now there's a penalty advantage for offside. This is continuing just the way that Trailfinders want at the Stoop. First quarter of the game. 1 try on the board. The Trailfinders about to make it 2. Wassell has a look. Shut down. And it was forwards. Quins will enjoy the defensive effort. But Trailfinders will know that they've got the penalty.
Wonder Bradley's just having a little look here whether to go again, but just good work by the forwards there. Unfortunate. I think it's Jade Conkle and Wafer there putting pressure on Wassell that forced that error. Just Rachel Malcolm under pressure on that ball there. I think everybody knows her so well for that step inside, but still nobody can mark it.
Blanco goes again. Abby Burton hoping she was in just the hole, but Harlequins have enough numbers to close it down. Taylor looking for the line. Oh, loses it forwards. It was ambitious. Was it on? Harlequins will breathe again.
Yeah, a couple of big defensive tackles. This one on Abby Burton. I think it's Hannon. And one of the centres in there just stops her early. Now, that would be frustrating from a Trailfinders management and coaching point of view. They had 2 really good opportunities to execute again. But great desperation from Harlequins.
Interesting to see the vocals that are coming from Chris Blanco there, just on the other side. Replacement hooker. One of 2 Spanish internationals currently on the field. There's a third awaiting on the bench in Laura Delgado. What's going to be the decision here for Trailfinders from this penalty?
I think they'll be looking to set up for a tap. Or does it look like they're setting up for a scrum? Oh, it's from a knock-on. It's not a penalty.
Of course it is. Of course it is. It was so long ago, Rachel Burford.
First action square, then we're all good. Thank you.
Yeah, just need to have a solid platform here. Give Aoife Wafer the opportunity to make a little bit of ground. And you can see Ellie Kildun is sitting on the left-hand side of the scrum. Looking to do an exit. Got Kaylee Power as an option on the right-hand side as well.
Boy! Set!
Lizzie Bird has been an unused replacement half a dozen times for Harlequins over the season, being given her shot tonight. There's the little spiral number from Kildun. Got a good little bit of wobble on it, but it was well dealt with by Cox, and she's get away from certainly Kildun at the first time of asking, but then tracked down by Saras Svoboda, Canadian international, who's no slouch. The Harlequins number 7, more on Svoboda's recent congratulatory news in due course. But Craig Maxwell-Keys would like a little word with Jade Conkle here.
You know what it's going to be, because I've just virtually goal. That's 4 not rolling away. Next one goes to that offence. No, please have a whistle.
You can see what Jade's going to try and say to him there, that they're trapping her in. It's really smart play there
Yeah.
from Montel. Bit of body movement, but just gets in front of Sylvia Tarani, so then she can't roll out of there. But this was a great take. Spiral bomb, never nice to take. Manages to get away from it. Kill done. But Svoboda manages to bring her down and stop that bit of momentum. This is where the penalty happens here. You see how she just crawls in front of her. Really impossible there for Tarani to be able to get out.
Hold the space again.
Those are the dark arts we speak about.
They don't just happen in the scrum.
I was going to say, in our game of rugby union that we love so much, Emma Taylor doing the business, winning the penalty, winning the line out and bringing it down.
Break away!
Oh, but that's a technical infringement from Trailfinders.
The player in front, your shoulder comes off, so it's accidental offside.
It's a tiny detail in the drive, but Craig Maxwell-Keys' eyes were all over it.
Yeah, he was, and he was communicating really clearly here. See where it breaks away there. Kalunavali in front of the ball carrier, which is deemed as obstruction. So, same position again. Scrum. Opportunity again for Harlequins to try and exit and get out of the 22, relieve some pressure.
It was just as they broke away. You could just see a little bit of daylight off the shoulder of Chris Blanco as she tried to follow Kalunavali, and as soon as that distance happens, well, you're no longer bound on, and if you bind on again, well, that player in front is effectively obstructing at that point.
That's the first one where we haven't got our balance. Let's go again.
Those little moments will be really important for Harlequins. They're staying in that fight. That's 3 opportunities that they've managed to disrupt and turn the ball over from Trailfinders.
We're not going to start talking about this now. It's a really good turn out. It's not going to change. That's the mark. Let's go.
Look on Connie Powell's face there as Blanco decided to give us some feedback of her own. Absolutely dumbfounded.
We honestly should mic up the front row. It'd be so fascinating.
Some of them. Some of them.
Bind. Set.
Oh, and there is a bit too much engagement.
The ball's not commit. All 3 of you are moving your feet forward.
There we go. Explanation from Craig Maxwell-Keys. Front row putting their weight through before the ball was in. Free kick Quins and gives them a little bit more time to clear the lines.
Free kick, yeah. That's your mark. There you go.
Of course, it's a free kick, not a penalty.
Free kick.
So it's not Harlequins' ball.
Thank you. Thank you. Just make sure we're doing you good. Thank you. Thank you. Hold again. Insert's fine. No credible contest. Over.
Just slightly on the outside, but here the referee say no one went to compete from Quins, so on they can go. A little high on the pass to Grace White from Blanco. Now Bradley. Kalunavali. Well met. Oh, and it's been ripped on the way down. And it's popped up to Conkle. Quins get a penalty for not rolling away. Well, it's Emma Taylor who's got a taste of her own medicine.
Yeah, well, it was a Blackburn teammate that just stripped that off her, and then there's just a quick transition. And it's good that you're seeing consistency from the referee there, not rolling out the way. I just haven't seen Quins have any ball so far in this opening 25 minutes.
We get a very good standard of officiating across the PWR, but it is interesting when a man with the experience of Craig Maxwell-Keys is on this game. Those not rolling away penalties now are coming half a second. Wants to see that area clear, wants teams to be given the chance to play, else they'll be penalised. Pena left it to the last for Powell. Powell then gets it away for Orkin. Well clung onto by Cox, did well. Under pressure, Wythe Oh, that looked a little high, but the referee says Kalunivale hit the chest of Wythe. Powell, lovely little nudge from Kaylee Powell. It might bounce back to her as well. There was support on the right. She hasn't looked for it initially. It's going to be a penalty. Oh.
Keep your eye on Meg Jones.
Oh, it's a big shout against Lucy Burgess, bearing in mind Kaylee Powell did it all herself.
Yeah, it's an interesting one because Kaylee Powell, here it is, you see it. A little kick over, good spot in behind, can see the high line defence. Know how that has a material effect. But let's not argue with the referee.
9. Helen. Lewis.
Because it used to be that you'd be put on side when the player ran past you, whereas you now have to make the effort to move 10 metres back, don't you? I think I preferred the old law, Rachel Burford, I have to admit. Not through any material advantage, but Powell. Oh, now thought there might have been the turnover for Trailfinders. Wafer. Parry. Powell. Orkin. Kill done. Wilcock. Better from Quins. Parry. John Mitchell talking about Sarah Parry being part of his Women's Six Nations squad. It's her distribution, her running lines and her kicking. It's that triple threat he likes at 12. Will we get to see him deploy Sarah Parry through the campaign that starts on the 11th of April? Approaching 70,000 tickets sold at Allianz Stadium. And certainly around the 65 mark at the minute. Continual records broken, it would be the biggest Women's Six Nations crowd over the road at the Big Stoop, as they call it around here. Kelly Powell's kick was a little lost. Abby Burton's found it, and she's going to thump it away with that cultured right boot, and it sits up in the middle of the field. Who's going to be the first to this one? It's Connie Powell. She needs to be allowed to get up there. Oh, and Emma Taylor's come straight over the top and got hold of it. Well, that's the decision. Players were going off their feet.
There's a great chase by Emma Taylor. Just look at the hunger from all the yellow shirts. Way more than quarters there. Does so well to pick it up through, but I think it's Burton that just slides off her feet. But that was much better from Quins, that continuity play, getting set early, everybody running in motion, hitting onto the ball, changing of angles, really testing out Trailfinders' defence. Not sure the kick was the right idea. Just started to build a bit of momentum.
Canadian Maya Montiel is just down, needing a few running repairs. Quins collectively taking the deep breaths. They will have 2 more games of their campaign to play. Round 16 next week. They are away to Bristol Bears. We then have a Women's Six Nations break, and we come back for round 17 and 18. But Quins have the bye week in round 18, so it'll just be a home game against Leicester Tigers. So including tonight, a maximum of 15 points available for them to add to their 4th place in the PWR table. Trailfinders with 3 to play. Round 16 at home to Loughborough Lightning, round 17 home to the champions Gloucester Hartpury, and round 18 away to 2nd place Saracens.
It's a tough run-in of games, isn't it, for Trailfinders? Playing the top 4 teams, knowing what's at stake, trying to get into that top 4 as well. Both teams have come in tonight making sure that this is a must-win game for them, and at the moment it's going well for Trailfinders. There's still a long way to go in this game yet, and we know that Harlequins, their ability that they have to come back into games and have sparks of magic.
Well, that's one of their biggest sparks of magic, operating at line-out time. Aoife Wafer
One sideways.
named in that Ireland squad. Scott Beamond, who has also signed on as Ireland head coach until the next World Cup at 2029. Sarah Svoboda with the carry. News this evening from Svoboda Towers that the final exam to qualify as a doctor was passed. So, oh, there's the error. We have our freshest doctor in the house. And it's Canada and Harlequins, Sarah Svoboda.
There he goes.
It's unfortunate for Karis Cox there, was in the right position. Just slightly took her eye off the ball though, because Harlequins under a lot of pressure there.
Sorry, there's a shoelace.
Ellie Kildown just wanted to relieve that pressure, put it in the backfield, in the right position. A real shame. Normally she's really solid under that high ball. We saw her earlier take that spiral kick. There's Connie Powell, the energy bunny, in the background cheering.
First one to celebrate an error.
Not seen one yet,
There's the doctor. How impressive.
She certainly knows her physiology there.
I wonder if she diagnoses herself, if she picks up a knock every now and then.
For peak operations, clear nasal cavities immediately. That was certainly clear. Great campaigner though, Sarah Svoboda. 26 caps for Canada, missed out on that latest Rugby World Cup. Out for 5 months last season, the former Loughborough player.
I think she's been playing really well, as, you know, putting her hand up. Hopefully Canadian coaches will be looking in and liking how she's performing in a Quins shirt.
Just height, please. We'll put that down to my first break, sorry. No one noticed, it's fine.
I've got words for you, Craig Maxwell-Keys. No, we didn't notice a thing. Mix of different accents in that scrum that are coming out. A little bit of fighting for headspace over on the near side as well. Kalunivali against Tirani. It's going to be Quins who get the free kick. I think Kalunivali is just getting a little excited over those contests and leaning a little too far in with the energy. Oh, we see a little Goosey on her way into the contact from Aoife Wafer. Brought down by Maya Roos. Michaeli too.
Penalty advantage line.
Katie Powell. Wide. Haven't seen too much of this from Quins. Haven't really been in the red zone enough to give it the full pick and go short carry strategy. They don't tend to play that game anywhere than over here. But Pena has the ball in the hands.
Well, this is a good chance for them now, isn't it? 6 minutes before the half. Is this the first time that we've seen Harlequins into the 22? They've been under so much defensive pressure. Free kick at the scrum. Quick tap from Aoife Wafer.
No, just off the line.
This is a chance for them to strike.
Just off the line, ladies, please. Just off the line.
Get the final comms in. Get everybody on the same page.
Good timing.
A blast of the mighty Quinn on the Stoop PA to get the fans down below us in full voice. Michaeli Tu'u rises to take. Cries of heave as Connie Powell has it under the arm, and a great initial bit of movement from the backs. Oh, and Powell is over. Well, that was worth the pre-call huddle. Everybody knew where they needed to be. And Connie Powell, the scorer. Back rowers gave it that initial shove, and they were all over.
It was really well executed. Just really sharp from the entire pack. Connie Powell starting it all off. Michaeli Tu'u, right at the top of the lift, takes the ball. As soon as she hits the deck, they're already moving, they're already motoring forward. It makes it so difficult body position and shapes from Trailfinders, just not low enough to stop that momentum. And Connie Powell is well experienced in understanding that patience game at the back until she sees that white line.
You could hear a pin drop as Claudia Pena steps up to take the conversion. Oh, and it's just slid past the near upright. Well, we've seen her under pressure with bigger kicks here before. It didn't quite make it. And that's a couple of points that will stay out there for now. Connie Powell, the try scorer then.
But that moment will give confidence to Harlequins. You know, they kept the ball for large passages of play, building that multi-phase, really stretching the defence, getting a couple of penalties on the back foot, and then that first entry, and they come away with 5 points.
Wafer, a little bit more room to work in. Montiel clinging on to try and keep the Irish woman from getting to ground. Kaylee Powell, Jones, Niamh Gallagher, Burton off to the right. Cut back in.
All inside.
Kalunivale. Leg driving, trying to stay alive with the ball. Bradley. They got a penalty here.
Oh, it's a shame. Lizzie Hannon did so well to hit Kalunivale back there because she was motoring through a number of tacklers. Had just got a bit too excited, played the 9, simple penalty. See there, she just comes through the ruck, plays on the 9, which is illegal now. But big carry again from Abby Burton in the middle, took out 3 Harlequins players.
Real threat in the loose, Kalunivale. But has transgressed a couple of times at scrum time in being a little too keen for the contest.
Perfect, thank you.
Blanco for Wassell. Oh, that one was not straight.
And there's a quad in the air.
There have been a couple that referee Maxwell Keys has let go because there wasn't a contest from Quins, but they did go for that one. And it brought about the call.
They'll take the line out, ladies, so not straight. Line out.
Yeah, on a couple of other occasions it's not been quite straight, but Harlequins haven't gone up, so you wonder if there's been a chat in the huddle.
Thank you.
You know, Trailfinders might think that Harlequins will stay down, be wary of that drive.
Hold the 2 for me, you're good there.
Connie Powell now to demonstrate her arrows. You can bet there'll be a competition, and there was, and it came down in little wobbly fashion. But now it's there with Svoboda. Svoboda in clear water. Great running as well. Had the support on the shoulder. Can Quins get the service that they want? Aoife Wafer looking on the outside. Sudden flash from the home side. Meg Jones gets up to try and compete. Pena runs at her back, knowing that there were players on the outside Meg Jones had to worry about. Tirani will play scrum half. It's just lost its momentum for a moment. Liana Michaeli will be the one to take it forward. Oh, that's loose. Kildun's got some work to do in the backfield, where she always looks curiously comfortable. Look to try and get that off the outside of the boot. It's away for Caris Cox, and Kildun's tried to find the winger, but she's got through here. Just chopped in time. Blanco arrives. Suddenly got loose at the end of the first 40. Will be on the referee's watch. And it's Jones. Puts the big one up. Oh, it's lost forwards on the outside from Grace White. And it finds its way into touch.
Clearly over. Clearly over.
And we will have the scrum.
And landing on your player. But you had it over.
This was decent from Quins.
Yeah, some brilliant attack from both teams. Aoife Wafer, Svoboda right on her shoulder and showing all of her athletic ability, running in the loose. Burgess on the shoulder, great tackle here by Bradley, just slows it down enough.
45 seconds.
This year, I think Ellie Kildun's trying to get that into space in behind, not on top of Trailfinders. She's got to make that tackle there on Cox, because this just gives them that momentum of go forward, keeping the ball alive That's the right ball there from Meg Jones. Grace White just slightly took her eye off the ball. We talked about that combination of Urin and Jones, and that was a wonderful bit of defence there, that trust on the inside. Just Meg Jones drifting out, allowing Emma Urin to do what she needs to do, and that's where all that momentum was stopped, as you mentioned.
It's another free kick at scrum time that goes the way of Quins. You wonder how many of those will stay as free kicks. Backwards was the call off Pena. That's better from Kildun in terms of where she wants it to go. Niamh Gallagher plays it in for White. White shows a clean pair of heels twice. Just takes Trailfinders over the halfway line. They've got no one in the backfield at the minute. You wonder whether Trailfinders might recognise that. They've got two wingers just half dropping back. Kildun is back there now. Bradley threatens round the short sides of that ruck. Then Uren. Into the middle it goes. Maya Roos. Maya Kawani Kaulani Roos, to give her full due. Rachel Malcolm finding herself on the wing. Bradley for Kalunivale this time. Dipping low. Gallagher. Whistle on the shoulder, but it's the miss pass that goes the way of Burton. Blanco.
Thank you.
That one's a little looser. It's there for Cox, who's found herself over there. Sarah Parry nearly wrestling it away.
Ball is out, lifted.
Bradley. Time will be up at the end of this passage of play. Can they get anything from it? Grace White is beginning to make those little meters with the dancing feet around close quarters. The defenders wonder which part of her they're going to be able to get hold of. Burton had some decent carries, made some good meters in this game for Trailfinders. Gallagher to Gallagher. Needed some good hands on the juggle from Meg Jones. She was always going to be the one to hold on to a ball like that. It's Kalunivale again. Wythe putting the shoulder in for the tackle. It's a big spell of defence here from Quins. Oh, they needed some composure there. Emma Taylor's just chucked that, hoping to find width rather than knowing she would. That's perhaps the composure Trailfinders have been missing at key points of the season. Barney Madison spoke about it before the game as they reviewed the match at Sandy Park. And it is a spell of possession that will come to nothing for Trailfinders, but they do find themselves in front on the scoreboard after an interesting first 40 minutes. Just the two tries on the board. The opener that came from Kalunivale at close quarters, replied to with the catch and drive from Connie Powell at the other end. Conversion missed by Pena is all that stands between them at half-time at the Stoop, as round 15 of Premiership Women's Rugby gets underway this weekend. It's Harlequins 5, Trailfinders 7. Rachel Burford, Trailfinders with the noses in front, but who do you think will be happier with their display over that first 42 minutes?
I think both teams will be going in with elements that they're pleased with, but I think, defensively there, Harlequins really sticking it. I would have loved to have seen them play on that turnover there, really take it at Trailfinders, because you saw hands on the hips from both teams, but that's where the moments that could really count in this game.
Trailfinders make their way off the field then. This is us in commentary cam. Hi. This is us just up here. Got some key supplies here just to make sure that it sees us through the evening. You got off your box there.
Well, I do want you to feel
You're not just
in my world.
Shall we have a look through the highlights of that first half and bring any of you up to speed if you have just come in to join our coverage this evening? Emma Taylor and Chris Blanco combining. Well, that was as a result of two early failed HIAs for Georgia Ponsonby and Alana Borland, which would have caused a bit of disruption, but actually, given how well Trailfinders have performed over that first half, you wouldn't know it.
Yeah, super impressed, come in. Emma Taylor obviously not in the match day 23 originally, then coming onto the bench, then being introduced to the game really quickly. So it's really impressive with both of those players, Blanco and Taylor, coming in right from the get-go. And then the great try there from Kalunivale.
Took Harlequins a little while to build up the chance to reply, to get into the Trailfinders 22. When they did, the execution of that line-out maul catch and drive was top class.
Yeah, it was superb, and I think, you know, from the entire pack played their role in this. Really good start from Connie Powell, hitting her arrows. Great lift from Michaela Tutu, right at the top of the lift, taking the ball on and just motoring forward. And that was their first entry, and they executed. And that came off the back of some really good possession and momentum.
It's going to be one of the shorter half-time runs of tries this season, bearing in mind it's a league that averages 10-11 tries a game. I think it just means we're in for a rollicking second half, Rachel Burford, with, with one try on the board so far over that first half. Well, of course, we talked ahead of the match in our coverage about the fact that it's been a big week with Six Nations squads being announced all over the place ahead of the tournament starting on the 11th of April. And earlier today, well, it was England's turn to announce their squad. Not only was Meg Jones named as the captain, but John Mitchell naming 7 uncapped players in his squad. And I had the good fortune to get down to Allianz Stadium and have a word with the England coach.
New era.
He's not a particularly famous mime artist, but we don't appear to have the sound on that report just yet. Apologies if you were hoping to hear from John Mitchell. If we do manage to rescue the soundtrack on that one, then we will do our best to bring it to you. In the meantime, half-time, 7 points to 5. Trailfinders, the visitors, with their noses in front. But where we might not have been treated to a whole bunch of tries here at the Stoop this week, we've got a heap of them from round 14 for you to enjoy.
New era.
Out onto Corrigan. Beautiful symbiosis between the Canadians. So much time together with Maples on their chest, but it's a moon and a star and a clean pair of heels for Liv Apps today. And Liv Apps with a moment of individual brilliance as she looks back across the whitewash to Mo Hunt and says, "Thank you very much, I am the best number 9 on the field right now."
Timely intervention, just what she needs to do for her team, and Westcombe Evans will take over here. Westcombe Evans against Orca, now Kildun. She dabs it through for herself, Bo Westcombe Evans. Feet taken in the end, wafers there. She places it back. Liz Maud is going to run this all the way in for Lightning. It's a breakout of the highest quality. A1 from Loughborough Lightning.
Fine. That's really nicely done from the replacement, Abby DeGood, and then the kick downfield, and it's going to set up beautifully. Try of the afternoon, Claudia Maloney McDonald with the finish, and no sooner had Trailfinders got their second of the match than Chiefs hit back with number 5.
Areki.
No, not yet. No, 2 to go.
Young, Morale, Hibbert Jones, good sidestep on the inside. Westcombe Evans is out there once more. Westcombe Evans in the foot race to score in the corner for Lightning. She's got there. Bo Westcombe Evans enjoying one of those types of matches.
Here comes the young England under 20. He's learning so much by all accounts just by being in the same environment as Apps. A lovely kick from Jess Breach. That was perfect. Corrigan fixes Venner, picks out Hardy. 1 shot, 1 kill. Saracens regain the lead. And that was velvety rugby. I've got to admit, Tries like that, Claire, are my favourite types of try.
New era.
I mean, what an incentive to join the Uni of Surrey for girls who are younger and looking up to players and knowing that that pathway is there. So exciting. A massive congratulations to both of you and to the Uni of Surrey, of course. I'm going to enjoy the second half, and I'm going to bring the camera on over because it is time for our half-time challenge. We have a ball launcher, and where am I heading? I thought it was over there. I'm heading over here. I'm not entirely sure what's going on, but I think someone is catching balls. Is it you? No, is it me? Oh, it's these girls. Right, wonderful. Are you ready, girls? No. Well, you're going to have to go now. No pressure. Let's do this. Okay. Okay, we're going to need some serious legs here. It's going further than we thought. We need no bounce, we need straight from the air. Oh, beautiful! Beautiful! Oh, they ripped by them out of pace. My lovely producer in my ear has told me to give it a go, so I'm going to give you the mic, Josh.
I've got to see. Come on. We love to see strange orange contraptions on the pitch at half-time here in the studio. That one's got a little bit over Laura's head. Come on, one more chance, Laura. You can do this. I bet I'm not going to have miles. That's got absolute miles. But you're walking closer, don't walk closer, go backwards. That's it. Here we go. Last one. It's a Hail Mary. Go on! Great catch. Well done. Once again to the University of Surrey. Well done, Laura, for failing to catch a single ball. And once again, we are bringing this thing back. That's tremendous. Right, we have one Harlequins half-time happy birthday shout-out to give you. And it's a very special one. Alice Cordell celebrating her 85th birthday by making her very first trip to the stoop. Alice, I've got one question for you. What is taking you so long? Very, very happy birthday from all of us here at Harlequins. Now, you might have seen during the week one announcement about the big summer kickoff. Really looking forward to this over the road at the Allianz Big Stoop next month, or in May it is. And this week Harlequins announced, whilst we're waiting for the big music act to be made public, Masioki have confirmed they will be back at big summer kickoff, which is not easy to say, for the 5th year in a row. They've been there since the beginning, and they will once again be entertaining huge crowds in the West Fan Village after the game. So great to hear that Masioki once again will be at big summer kickoff. Really looking forward to this one. to yourselves on the big screen. Give us a big wave as we welcome back out onto the pitch, Trailfinders.
Trailfinders back out onto the field and Harlequins come out to join them. Harlequins, when they had the opportunity to get into that red zone and score from the catch and drive, took it well, but getting upfield, getting into that position has proved to be more of the issue over the course of that first 40. Rugby World Cup winner Rachel Burford is with us this evening at the Stoop, watching her former club Harlequins in action. And this Trailfinders side full of superstars. Missing Kate Zachary, Captain America. And, well, our best wishes go to Kate. A collision last week, which has seen her get a fractured eye socket by the looks of things. So we wish her the very best.
It is time to enjoy the second half. Get behind your team and go.
Meg Jones lifts this into the Harlequins 22. Ellie Kildun. We'll be looking forward to that first encounter against Ireland in the Women's Six Nations over the road, 11th of April. Conclude the campaign on the 17th of May in Bordeaux. They're in the big stadium in Bordeaux as well, against France. Back in from Gallagher to Jones on this diagonal run, looking for the options on the outside, still with ball in hand, still being allowed to go. Went backwards to Uren. He's going to come forwards and try and give them the position from where she should have received it first of all. It was at high speed. Roos stopped by Conkle. And from wide. Now Jones on the other side. Looking to grubber it through, but Katie Powell was in a good position to receive it and sends it back with a fair bit of interest. Oh, would have looked like a 50-22 as well, but just stopped from going out. Gallagher, not quite controlled from Wilcock. As Pena needs the support to arrive from a Quins perspective. It's there just in time. Katie Powell, Burgess will play it away. Wide. Much deeper for Kildun. Ready to drill it downfield. Niamh Gallagher. Jones offers on the shoulder. Another one of these Meg Jones runs. Bradley. Malcolm. Oh, it's Wassell. Oh, Wafer's gone in to try and steal this and looks to have done so. Well, Aoife Wafer, third on the list for turnovers over the course of the season. That's her 13th.
She's had about 3 or 4 nibbles in this and had no reward, and on that one, just really smart. It's been a bit of a frantic start from both teams, just waiting to see who was going to crack first. Back to her feet. I think Trailfinders would be arguing that they feel that there's a ruck form, but if you've only got one player over it, then there is no ruck. She's got the rights to go in there.
Well, from this area of the field in the first half, when the crowd struck up the song, it was Connie Powell who found herself on the end of it. It's Powell's duty to send it in, but it's not straight that time.
I think it was Maya Roche just gets up, forces that not straight. It was interesting because the referee right in the first line out said credible lift. I just wonder, was that a credible lift or was it just a a slight jump in the air.
Harlequins have the best line-out success rate in the Premiership at 86.1%. They were 100% in the last round, but the record is under attack tonight. It's been a really competitive area for both teams, actually, but that was well taken by Wassell. Burgess, half charge down. Powell. Burgess is asking more questions over Karis Cox being on the wrong side. Conkle. Penalty.
So gives Harlequins another shot now. You wonder what will be their call on this one. Do they go for the back ball, which is obviously a harder throw?
Yeah. There you go, that's yours to defend off.
Not the distance that Kaylee Plough wanted to get on that occasion. Want to try and get deep into the 22 as much as possible.
Powell just eking those inches before she gets the ball in. Safely down with Wafer.
5, you have to go now.
Russell has to get out of there. Still with Powell. Kalunivale is trying to swim through, but now they decide to release it. And parry, straight in, head down. Up from Burgess, not too many options on the outside here. It's just Kildunn. And then on the outside, Wilcott. Wilcott has got work to do. Looks to get on that outside arc, gets away from the last tackle. Cover defence has got across just in time. Tirani looking to get in the gap between the defensive bodies. Burgess, Wafer looking to get that timing between 9 and 8 right on cue. Up again it goes, another big hit. Tirani. Blanco putting the shoulder in that time. Burton's tried to get over. Wide for the line. Oh, what a reach! The long levers of Nicole Wide taking responsibility. Back starting for the club and scoring. Quins go into the lead for the first time in the match. Nicole Wide with the first try of the second half.
There's a great finish from Wythe in the end. But all initiated from that line-out play. Big carry from Parry. Beth Wilcox comes into the starting side. Brilliant run on the outside. Beats 3 defenders, gets them right deep into that 22, and then the forwards just go to work. Ealing Trailfinders far too high. Nicole Wythe, one of the powerful players in the PWR. She's going to finish that off.
Tanya. She's got a precise routine. That time it's a precise result as well. 2 points added. Quins up to 12. This is my usual moment, Rachel Burford, to mention that stat from last season when Nicole Wide was top of the carries after about 7 rounds, was then injured. And by round 12, she was still top of the carries charts, having not played for about 5 weeks.
She's really grown into the shirt and into the club. Just the work rate to get through that many carries in one game. She's such a strong player for such a young age. I've known her since she was 13 years old, and she was that size at 13 as well. Just didn't know how to use the power then.
Yeah, has really, really come a proper weapon for the club. Trailfinders have made a change. Hayley Head has come onto the field.
Yes, please.
Replaced Abby Burton.
Play it back in. Wait for the winger.
Powell. Gallagher. Jones on the inside. Gallagher has one little look up and says, you know what, I might have a go on this one for a change. And it's Meg Jones who comes in to make the clear out. Maya Roos. Look over the left shoulder, then the carry, as you'd expect. Karis Cox was well snared in the backfield by Sarah Parry. Quins' defensive effort has just stepped up and they've earned themselves a penalty.
I think that's on Beth Wilcox. Just harassing around the breakdown. Just feel that little bit of confidence from Harlequins going up in this second half now. Just harassing around the breakdown, getting off that line speed, not giving Trailfinders any time to play with.
Six, line's yours. Back to Quins. Yes, exactly. Yeah, we go.
Oh, that's a good take from Wafer. Competition was fierce. Break from Powell. Ball a little loose. Oh, that time it is going to be the turnover.
It's the same as the one you win over there.
Yeah, what an impact from Head there, coming on just minutes ago, gets right in over on the ball. It was really good disruption initially from Harlequins on that drive more, then that breakaway. How good. That's the way to insert yourself. Big shoes to fill with. Abby Burton going off the field. And straight away makes a good impact for her team.
Queens and Reds former player moved over from Australia, Hayley Head.
Thank you.
So it just forces, you can see Roos coming through, so it forces Powell to have to play. Get slightly isolated. Live there, just a split second too late.
Blanco needs to get the line out right, and she does. It's another good combination to Maya Roos. Quins bring it down illegally. Dummy run was Uren. Jones under penalty advantage, whacks it away. Is it going to stay in field and be an interesting enough challenge? It's well gathered up by Kildun. Craig McFall-Keys, our referee, was playing a penalty advantage.
Yeah, I think it was Wafer and Savoda.
8.
There we go, number 8. Aoife Wafer just underneath the maul here. You just see she gets trapped. Savoda as well. She goes underneath Savoda, loses her foot in, sorry. Oh, that's a big, oh. A moment of brilliance from Beth Wilcox to keep that in. Almost didn't know what to do with it. Didn't realise that she's kept it in. Bit of a panic kick, but here it is. Good recognition, great work to stay in field.
Moment of heroism, moment of horror.
She's been good this afternoon. She's a real physical and power winger. You just see on the edges, every breakdown, she's being competitive in there, trying to create a contest, being disruptive.
Approaching 70 club appearances. Kalinavali's work is done. It's catch and drive time.
One stationary.
Sandra Tufnell is into the action. Bradley is not going to get the ball initially. Does go to ground and the referee's arm up for the penalty, so he's going to give it the call. Bradley won't go too quickly.
It's Tarani, just got caught under there. They did well just to slightly stop that momentum. Then Tarani loses her feet.
Not yet. I'm going to have to work.
You can see there.
They're not rolling, long gone though. Yeah, there we go.
Rachel Malcolm just getting in the ear at how many more referee until we see 10 minutes in the bin.
That's 2 at the ball. Let's just think about discipline, please.
So that wasn't a warning,
just step off slightly, please.
but it was just a reminder to them. But good option again to go to the line out. It's been successful for them in the first half and in this half.
Front call. Rachel Malcolm, the skipper, calls it on her, grimaces as she pulls the team on her as the target. Blanco hanging in there, needing to stay bound, needing to stay technically accurate here. The line is ahead of them, but they're going to have to set this on the floor for Bradley to play it. Through it comes. Jones looking for the crossfield effort. Kildun is there. Everybody's there, but that looks to be the finish. Oh, into touch before it was grounded. The call against Cox. She's not sure she believes it.
Time off. Yeah, warning. Line out to ball. Have a word, please.
Oh. That's great from the assistant. We don't have the TMO tonight. The officials can't rely on that. Call it as you see it. Spot on.
Yeah. Right place, right time. Read it so well.
Well, I hope right place. You've got one job.
That's both of them. Just such a shame. It's just slightly a bit too fast. She can't slow down enough to be able to dot that down. I think Meg Jones well aware that they were under advantage there again, and Harlequins do have that warning now, so they've got to be really squeaky clean at this line out.
Have a lollipop touchy. Good job.
Defended off the line once.
Not quite the go forward this time. Bradley having to look for it. There's a breakaway. Taylor. Look at Conkle straight out. Put the pressure on. Rolls back to the right side. How Scotland will miss her, despite the international era being over for Jade Conkle.
Well, they've got advantage now. I think it was Nicole Wyve who went offside. It's just a bit of a free play for them.
Catch and drive is working. Trailfinders looking for try number 2. Get back on terms with the home side, who got their noses in front just after the break. Loading again. That looks like the presentation of the ball that they need to try and get there. Malcolm has a go. Bradley's going in to have a look. I don't think the 9's going to get anywhere near it. It's going to be the bigger lumps who have a go. Hayley Head.
You just want Bradley to have a little look up. Meg Jones called the ball out because Karis Cox is in acres of space with nobody marking her.
Ellie Kildun would have the defensive job to do here if they could create that space. Another drive for the line. Michaeli Tutu in the way. Now, Jones, the look outside, has a go herself. The tackle from Pena was brilliant. Uren is wrestling to get there against her old sevens mate. Bradley darts once, goes for the line and finds it.
Go offside twice in the face, team warning.
Great from Brooke Bradley. Giggles on the face of Jones and Kildun. They know each other well, of course. But Bradley with the try to bring Trailfinders level.
It was really good patience from Trailfinders. Nicole Wyve, that I think has been handed the yellow card there. But good spot here from Brooke Bradley. Just Ellie Kildun just looking over the back of the breakdown. Pena trying to get in behind.
And they just had 6 yellow cards.
I think it's Meg Jones there. Just does enough to take her out of that play. There's a little laugh, the little cowboys together.
I think she's saying, I didn't realise it was you I was driving at. Either way. Oh. Super conversion. But in the meantime, Harlequins with the transgressions in that area of the field have seen Nicole Wyve shown the yellow card, so they're down to 14 hit.
Yeah, there's good smarts here. Just you can see that Bradley's just been that distributor all afternoon, all evening so far. So eyes all looking onto the runners on the outside, and like any good 9, sniffs out that opportunity, sees that little bit of a gap and absolutely exploits it.
A low scoring, tight game. The importance of those extras not lost. Trailfinders noses in front, 14 points to 12 at the stoop.
Quins, let's go, thank you. Let's go.
Neve Gallagher with the dead eye.
Interesting how they managed this period. Obviously, last weekend had 2 yellow cards. Big moments in the game that really hurt them and punished them. I'm wondering what sort of conversations would have happened this week with the on-field leadership teams about how you manage that 10-minute period.
It did prove to undo them, didn't it? Pena. Lovely bit of sleight of hand now. Kildun with a little more room on that side to work with. And Orkin just gets around Gallagher to set that up. And it's over the gain line from Harlequins. Powell, Michaeli too. Big collision. Powell. Then it's there for Parry and Pena and Wafer on the wing. Give her the chance to run and bowl Trailfinders out of the way for fun. Conkle. Wrestling to make the meters past Roos.
Ball's there under your own player's leg.
Parry has the hands up. Or Powell, I should say.
To the chest and shoulder.
That's it there for Turani. Communication from referee about where he views the contact as he sees it live. Orkin, that's a little bit more room for Freya Orkin to go on. Meg Jones waits to try and get over it. Is sufficiently cleared out by Kildun. That time there had been a ruck, and now the charge on Lucy Burgess. She had a few choice words for the moment, and if they came across and you heard them, then our apologies for the language. Penalty advantage is being played as a result, though. Taylor tries to get in there. That's a good bust from Michaeli too. Quins coming on the charge here, having just conceded. Oh, it's good work from Hayley Head. It's another strong turnover, but it was the result a little earlier at the ruck. Referee calling it.
So it's already ruck. Second player can't go in and place the line.
Yeah, just a really poor penalty to give away in that area. There was a good little break on the outside. Nice ball from Ellie Kildun. Ellie Kildun gets one back on Meg Jones there. Then here, because it's to the ruck, and obviously it's been cleared by Ellie Kildun. The 9's still not allowed to be played in that position.
Claire Gallagher.
So one goal substitution.
Don't expect to fly half to be around the edge of that particular ruck, do you?
One is going off behind the posts here. All happy? Brilliant. Time's on them.
So changes being made. Seeing
not early up.
Abby Burton coming back onto the field.
Yeah, I wonder, I think we didn't get the comms up here, but I think she went for a HIA. I did think she went off pretty early.
Yeah, it was an HIA, Abby Burton having that one reversed.
The only reason they haven't come so far across is the ball is so far out here. If the ball's in the middle, I completely agree, and that's what the advantage was for the first half. They then can't come across and land in the players. Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
It came through on our electronic communication system, Rachel Burford. I just neglected to see it on behalf of the team.
Yeah.
That's Maya Roos again. She's got the most steals in the league at line-out time. Yeah. That's not necessarily a steal on that occasion, but just being smart about when to go out, when to compete.
Be a scrum, yeah, just on the tee here.
No, it is a brave call because technically you lose 3 players from your drive-in defence on that maul play there.
So not straight scrum.
Saracens? I mean, Harlequins were getting into there. It's been great having some Black Ferns in the league this season. We know that they'll be going off at the end to head over to Pack 4.
Well, a couple stay, don't they? We've got Alana Borland, who's going to be hanging around, and Georgia Ponsonby. It's Kalina Bali and Roos, who will disappear at the end of March. What a statement about the strength of the PWR that these players want to come and play in this league, though. Burton having passed the HIA, required to do a bit of controlling at the back of that one.
One out.
Goes against Turani.
So number 1 out and across, which is the same penalty against them in the first half.
He certainly has been consistent, hasn't he, with the pictures that he's talking to the players about.
So middle, so that's your piece. Time off, and lots of Quins subs.
Right, we have 4 Harlequins changes. A whole new front row is waiting to join us. Karis Phillips, Jessie Spurrier, Laura Delgado Bimber, and Fee McIntosh as well. So it's an evening's work completed for Tirani, Powell and Hanlon. And the newest Dr. Sarah Svoboda. She was the biggest tackler across the league last week, Svoboda, 22. Nice technical first phase play from Trailfinders. Burton heaves that away for Niamh Gallagher after Uren and Jones had set up the position.
Now Ruck.
Front row changes on and making the meters for the Trailfinders. Powell of the Cayley variety, still on the field, just the one Powell now to deal with. Michaeli too. 4 against 4, in against her countrywoman Roos. Parry, first receiver. Kildun helps secure possession.
Yes, please.
Spurrier. Parry. Lofts it. Gallagher. Oh, Wilcox with the hit. Aoife Wafer with the turnover. What a combination. Claire Gallagher's feeling every bit of it.
And what a kick from Sarah Parry. Just felt they're going backwards, slow ball, looks to put it up. It forces Gallagher to have to come onto it, allows Beth Wilcox to line up the tackle. And then Aoife Wafer straight on there. See Beth Wilcox just rolling out the way, giving that rights to the opposition to come in. And gives free way for Aoife to compete.
'25 Guinness Women's Six Nations Player of the Championship will be expected to give Ireland plenty of go forward. Just to look to see where certainly a bit of contact on the left knee and left leg, wasn't there?
There's no TMO, so when we looked at live, so as a sighting officer, I don't think it is. I think it all goes through the chest, and if anything, it's a whiplash effect. So that's what I've seen live. But clearly it's a focus.
Yeah. The other thing, tackler there, if not rolling away. So obviously, we've won.
Sorry, I'm sorry. You can ask me a question.
Oh, sorry.
You can't tell me the tackle.
That's it. But can I rephrase what I'm saying?
If I know what you're saying, I've been hot on the tackle all day. They're in the way. I'll be clean on it. No worries.
Two good operators in conversation there, Craig Maxwell-Keys and Rachel Malcolm. Rachel Malcolm offering her observations, Craig Maxwell-Keys making it clear you can ask me a question, but I'm not here to take your current match report.
I think he's been good this afternoon. He's been really clear, he's been really concise, he's been consistent, and that's all you want from a referee.
Okay, all on feet. We okay? Happy? Brilliant. Right, Tom on.
Katie Powell then to take Quins into the area of the field where they have shown a bit of promise.
On the line, yeah. On the line. You're outside if you turn it over.
Karis Phillips wallops that one in, the speed of it.
She's bounded by 2 players. Yes, I agree. You're bounding by a player on your outside.
Burgess for Parry. Quins need to find the energy to get them through this last quarter and push their way back in front at home. Without a win since they last played Trailfinders up the road at their place at the end of January. A positive Premiership women's campaign that's just stalled since the first month of the year. Drive for the line, are they over? Held up is the call. Great defence from Trailfinders.
That is great defence from Trailfinders. Just felt all the momentum there was with Harlequins. Thought they were going to be really ruthless. Is it Maya Roos that gets under in the end? I think it's on Jay Conkle, isn't it?
Teams these days just want to become a welcome mat for a team driving over the line, don't they? Because since that law was changed, you don't just get to go and go again. If you get over and it's not grounded, well, it's going to be a turnover in the goal line clearance. Been in place for a number of years now, but you can just see teams have learned how to deal with it and say, well, we're happy to bring you over the line on our terms. We'll just lie underneath you. Job done from Trailfinders, but the clearance is, well, it was in Quins' hands, but it's been turned over.
What a turnover by Roos.
Doing everything on behalf of the Trailfinders side. Kildun is back there to take it from Orkin. She wants somebody to give chase to this in the air, but it's not contestable. Or is it going to be now? Because Gallagher's not got onto it. Meg Jones just about has. It's there for Bradley. Quins just compete for that coming in at the side. It was foolish, if anything.
Yeah, it was really unnecessary because Beth Wilcock done a really good job at chasing down the kick, putting pressure on Meg Jones. You know, Ealing Trailfinders weren't even back behind the ball's head, slowed it down enough. You see here, just pressurising, great pick up from Meg Jones. You just see here, I think it's Ellie Kildun, comes in at the side, clear and obvious.
5, and your Simmons back on. Contact from backwards, after mate.
Wafer. Oh, penalty. Wafer done at her own game. Turned over.
First player on the ball, holding off.
There was a good contest in the air, and Wafer did well to react to it, but then Quinn shirts around her, not quick enough to react.
On the 5, yeah, thank you.
As that Mikiela too just gets a hand to it.
Nicole Wythe is back onto the field. Harlequins back up to their full complement.
There you go. That's for you. Yeah, you've got the call of 5. Thank you.
You're gesturing next to me, Rachel Burford. What are you pointing at?
It just looked like Quins were set up to attack when it's clearly Trailfinders' ball. That's a lovely turnover from McIntosh.
Yeah, there was certainly a lot of depth on the Quinn three-quarter line.
Maybe they sensed it.
They could predict the future. Away from Powell. Gallagher. He's going to return this with a kick. Try and get Katie Powell out of position, but nice feet from Powell. She is quick at top speed, if invited with a bit of space. That is Delgado. I'll ride you and I'll get going over here. Smash and go. Kildun for parry. Didn't have a lot of time. Now then, bit of space for Grace White. White going straight down the middle. Oh, she's just found Nicole Wythe in the middle of the park. Scragged and dumped. Good carry from Tough now.
Yeah, good work, thank you. Yes, please, 9.
Bradley. Scorer of the last try, converted by Gallagher to put Trailfinders back in front. Quins need to have a word here, and there's a bit of space for Kildun. to try and experiment with, and on the lazy switch finds Claudia Pena, and Pena loves to get going in a bit of space as well. Oh, it was just forwards, was it? Craig Maxwell-Keys was right in line. Two players who seem to have their backs to the field in terms of going forward, but stationary player passing behind the line to one in front, I think.
This is certainly when Ellie comes alive, isn't it? A bit of space in front of her, can recognise a mismatch. Oh yeah, such a shame. Trying to keep it alive, trying to keep that momentum of go forward.
No. 10 minutes to go.
There's the call from the referee after the inquiry came from Niamh Gallagher.
Good.
Jay Conkle getting the words into the Quins crew. It's a really tight encounter. It finished a 1-point game to Harlequins up the road at Trailfinders Sports Ground at the end of January. That's the last game they won. Not been able to buy a victory since. Trailfinders lost last week at Sandy Park. They did win the week before against Leicester Tigers, but it has only been 2 wins against Leicester Tigers since round 4 for Trailfinders. They have in that time come to within a point of Quins, as we mentioned, and come within a point of the champions. Chuck a draw in there as well. Bradley. Gallagher. Missed pass for Jones. Jones eyeing up that corner. Is the ball going to run a little too far? Oh, it is.
It's a smart kick. You see there, they play to the outside, play to 13, which just slightly brings Ellie Kildown up into the outside channel. Just put a little bit too much on that.
Swim here, yep, happy. Yep.
So talk us through that one. What Meg Jones is trying to do is to get wide enough that Ellie Kildown thinks, I've got to come up and join the defensive line here, and when you can see that you've started to pull that lever, then you kick into the space behind.
Yeah, so Ellie will be a bit deeper in the background, in the backfield to start with, and then as you hit towards the outside channels, 13 channel being Meg Jones, she'll come up on the outside of the winger, because you would have a floating player coming around on the outside for Ealing Trailfinders. So as soon as she starts to move into that line, she's exposed that space in behind her.
Just a little too much on it. Too good a connection from Jones. So we come back all the way to where the ball was kicked from. This gives Quins this central attack position. Ella Cromack has come off the bench and onto the field now. And there is Cromack. Winds it up for Pena. Oh, that's a lovely chicken wing offload, and it's away for Wilcock. Wilcock wants to beat. Wilcock absolutely going for the line. What a score! Beth Wilcock with the try for Quins. Question marks must be asked about the defence of Niamh Gallagher there. But Wilcock won't worry about that. It's a third, and Quins go into the lead.
Well, midfield scrum, perfect attacking platform, solid scrum, simple ball to the outside, and all the hard work from Pena. That step on the outside does urine, but because urine's falling, Grace White slightly comes in. And Gallagher's got to do better there, got to go and meet that defender. Don't give Beth Wilcox the opportunity to run onto you, take control of that collision, get the fend out. Really talked about that she's a bit of a power fender. And then really good finish from Beth. I think she's been excellent today. She's been really hungry, going looking for the ball.
Cromack there to try and add the extra. She won't manage it. We should also have a moment for the offload of Claudia Pena. It was sublime. Attract 2 defenders, pressure the one who's tackling, you draw in the one on the outside and get the offload away. Let's have a look at it one more time.
That step there that just drags Urine, the fend out, that then look at Grace White there, just slightly turns in. And Pena being aware and watching the winger's defensive error, stepping in, and has the skill and the ability for a right-hand backdoor offload.
Well, whoever takes their lead in this game, they're certainly not riding comfortably. Particularly with a couple of conversions that have gone awry from Quins.
Outside.
Oh, but kick was just from outside the 22.
100%.
Quizzical look on the face.
The line is yours.
Ellie Kildun.
6, thank you. 6 is a goal.
That could be a costly error. Just there, she catches it inside and then just takes the step out. You know, she's under a lot of pressure there. She needs support around her to be communicating with her. Half a metre, and that would have been a brilliant exit kick, but they find themselves under pressure now.
It's all the same. All she came
Away
from
for
the
scrum
middle.
cap, gets tossed away.
That is one stationary. Not from there, your back player's over there. Still moving on the second generation.
It's another moment where the team that has scored is suddenly finding themselves under great pressure.
Ball is available, down by goal.
Bradley, Uren, bounces into one. Conkle trying to stay in there and get through and cause a problem. Burton just enough on the tackle from Wafer, and then Head arriving and Parry doing her best to try and wrestle her in the challenge.
Space.
Wassel is there to help put her body on the line. There for Olivia Lederman. Gets in. And the drive. Michaeli too with the drag, but now there's penalty advantage to Trailfinders. They've got a real chance to have a go here. Meg Jones will no doubt be calling this away, and now she does get it. Opts that time to come in on the diagonal run on the cut and thrust rather than the drift on the outside we've seen plenty of over the course of this game. Still under advantage, Trailfinders. Last 5 minutes of the match, it was Harlequins who pickpocketed the result at Trailfinders Sports Ground. The Trailfinders going to return the favour.
Yeah, 19 is offside. Agreed.
Another good drive. Karis Phillips brings them to ground. It's an awful lot of energy being sapped from Quins, knowing that they're under a penalty advantage. Trailfinders are going to get another go anyway. Hayley Head. Malcolm ready to assist with the drive, or at least try and protect it. Wassel. That's good from Wassel. Good height on the drive that time, just makes another half metre. That's how close they are. Heads over it once more. Leatherman to try and add the weight. Good hear Scottish voices saying we'll keep going the same way.
She's in goal.
Looking for the line. There is the line. There is the score. Abby Burton snakes her way across the stoop turf to put Trailfinders in the lead once more. 3 tries apiece on Friday night in southwest London. But it's Trailfinders who put themselves in front once more.
Yeah, capitalising on that big error. All from the line out. The work that pack has just got through, the multiple of phases, the pick and go. You could hear Rachel Malcolm keep going the same way. Really patient, making sure that they're connected, they've got support with them. And Abby Burton gets right in and underneath.
That's it, thank you.
And you just heard there, Maxwell Keys put Harlequins back on another warning.
Could be
10 seconds.
Hugely important extras for Niamh Gallagher to slot. Oh, through the uprights with the assist of the far one.
90 seconds on the clock.
Crucially, to take it to a 4-point gap rather than a 3. where a penalty might have got Harlequins in front by a point again.
This restart's going to be really critical for Harlequins. They've got to go short to compete. Oh no, just put a bit too much on that.
Well, they couldn't afford that error, could they?
Scrum option. Go. 45 seconds. If you form up, I'll put time off. Let's form up, please, ladies.
I mean, it's really tough, isn't it, on Ella Cromack? She knows that she needs to nail that restart and get it on the 10 because she's got to try and get the ball back. And now you just feel, see there, Ella Amory on her 50th appearance on the field. They'll be taking as much time as they can to run that clock down.
Well, it is a great moment for Trailfinders with Amory off the bench.
It's always inside.
The first Trailfinders player to reach 50 appearances.
Tackle!
Testament to the programme. Burton, the try scorer.
Time is up.
Oh, and time is up. Called by the referee. Trailfinders
Yes, please.
to clear this to touch and take a victory at the Stoop. Trailfinders have done it. They may have lost at Sandy Park last week, but they're back to winning ways. Harlequins will take a losing bonus point, but what they will take is losing again. The rot continues at the Stoop for Harlequins. Their last win was against their opponents tonight, back at the end of January, and they have just lost their grip on the top four. Trailfinders with the 3 tries on the board. Kalunivale, Bradley and Burton. And it was Connie Powell, Nicole Wythe and Beth Wilcott with a cracker of a score from Harlequins. But it came down to the kicks in the end. How valuable those conversions were. Faultless from Niamh Gallagher. 3 out of 3. Rachel Burford, who's impressed you over the course of this one?
Yeah, I think there's been a number of players that really stood out. I think for Harlequins, I think Wafer was superb, number of turnover. Liana Mikiela Tutu again just being a real nuisance in and around the line out, the breakdown, the physicality. Also Kalunivale, I think she had an outstanding first half, really got a foothold in the game. Maya Roos, but I think for me, our Built for Athletes player of the match has to go to number 16, Cristina Blanco. Come on really early, but just was superb throughout the entire game. Her work rate, her work at the line out to make that operate and function really early into the game, but just the carries that she was getting involved in, the clear outs, a lot of the unseen work, not the pretty work, but the dirty work that needs to be done. So she is our Built for Athletes player of the match.
Bit of chat there from the 2 Spanish internationals. Laura Delgado talking to her fellow Spanish front rower, and our player of the match, Chris Blanco. Had to play an awful lot more of the match than she might have expected with Georgia Ponsonby going off early to that HAA. We certainly hope that she's in full recovery soon, along with Alana Borland. But Trailfinders getting that win, ridding themselves of that 47-14 loss at Sandy Park last week. And with every week that passes, looking more and more like the outfit that their superstar lineup has promised all season. Well, good evening if you have just joined us. 6 tries at the Stoop under the Friday night lights, and this is how it all started.
Yeah, just early on from the set piece, it was from penalty count from Harlequins that gave him that territory position. Got the driving maul functioning, moving forward, getting Harlequins right on the back foot. There was just the patience around the pick and go game. Kalunivale had the final say here. Just comes back on the right hand side, spots a small gap and then gets the first try. But Harlequins started to get a bit of momentum, started to build some phases together, finally got a shot in the 22. And Connie Powell, brilliant arrows, brilliant finish, got them onto the scoreboard.
Nearly was the moment for Trailfinders to get themselves back into that, but great work from the assistant after Karis Cox thought she'd scored.
I love how she celebrated like she thought she got it down. This came on the back of a number of penalties from Harlequins, and in the end Bradley just spots the little outside. Little half gap opens up for her. Everybody thinks that she's going to pass to the outside channels. And on the back of that, Nicole Wide heads to the sideline with a yellow card. And this was a real bright moment from Harlequins. Ella Cromat just come onto the field. Nice, really simple. Get it in the hands of your weapons. Claudia Pena, big fend, little backdoor offload. Beth Wilcox, pace on the outside and finishes off the fullback as well. Gallagher, just too upright, allows Beth Wilcox to come onto her and dictate that collision. And that's when Harlequins took the lead again. But it was the moment after this from the restart. Beth Wilcox had a brilliant game, was really busy, was really aggressive. And then this was the moment again. Number of offsides, number of penalties given away. Harlequins under so much pressure, trying to do their best to absorb it. But the patience, the leadership there from the pack, just to bide their time, make sure they're secured. And in the end, Abby Burton steps up for the team.
And the kicks from Niamh Gallagher that proved absolutely critical in the end from those that went awry from Claudia Pena at times. But a great night for Trailfinders, and well, a great night for Ella Amory, earning that 50th cap appearance, hoisted high by her teammates. And they've come a few miles down the road and they celebrate in the backyard of their near neighbours. But a 50th appearance, first player to reach that amount for the club. You can just see Kate Zachary over there on the right side of your picture.
Keeping her face out of that.
She's got her sunglasses on, nobody needs to see that. But great scenes for Ella Amory and for Trailfinders. So confirmation of the result there. And, well, we can show you the rest of our round 15 matches. Tomorrow it is Leicester Tigers against Exeter Chiefs. That's a 12:30 match. Then on Sunday, the champions go to Sid Stadium at Franklin's Gardens. Loughborough Lightning, the hosts there. And then Sale Sharks against Bristol Bears, the 3 o'clock game on Sunday. But how has tonight's result altered the table? Well, significantly. Harlequins started this match in 4th, Trailfinders in 6th. And as you can see, Harlequins have lost their grip on that 4th place. It is the two who qualified for the home semi-finals, Gloucester Hartpury and Saracens in 1 and 2. Harlequins have 2 games in which to try and pick up a maximum of 10 points. Trailfinders with another 3, albeit visitors, albeit games against the top 2. But this race for that 4th spot is proving fascinating. Look at those teams all in contention. Trailfinders nudged their way up there at the beginning of round 15. Yet to play, of course, Sale Sharks and Loughborough Lightning. It is all going on in Premiership women's rugby this season. And we've got plenty more coming for you here on BBC as well. And our next match will be next Saturday. And it's going to be at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. 28th of March, Saracens will be taking on Sale Sharks. And we look forward to seeing what the powerhouses of Northern Rugby can do against the 2nd place team in the league. Well, they had their pocket picked when Harlequins came to Trailfinders ground, but Trailfinders have come here and said, we'll have a bit of that, thank you very much. 3 tries and a faultless display from the tee. We'll see Trailfinders take all 4 points back and 4th point in the table, most importantly. It's been great to have you alongside us, Rachel Burford, and all of you at home. For now, from all of us here, it's a very good evening.